Tonight on Three Viewpoints, is Jose Mourinho the right man for Man?
Mourhino it's always an excuse. There's never a time where it's not an excuse. If it's not players not being.
Or maybe the hierarchy is just not giving him the support. Manchester United hierarchy is failing the team, the fans, and Mourinho. Welcome to Three Viewpoints on Two Ball Guys FC. If you're here, like, subscribe, and comment as we are Man U fans here discussing Man U's week in, week out opportunities and triumphs. So hit the like button, as I said, and subscribe to our channel to engage and continue the discussion. Okay, so my first question to you is, in the warm-ups, Chris Marlin pulled up with an injury in the warm-ups. You know, we have Matic out, we have Valencia out, we have two or three other players out. You know, so pretty much it was just a youth squad playing. Only senior players in the starting lineup was Herrera, Sanchez, and Juan Mata, and Bailey, I forgot. And so my question to you, Paul, is what did you make of the performance? Do you think Jose Mourinho had a very good excuse as to why the team played so badly?
Well, I wouldn't say it's a good excuse. My thing with Mourhino is it's always an excuse. There's never a time where it's not an excuse. If it's not players not being here because of the World Cup, it's injuries. And again, on the preseason, every coach brings youngsters, academy players with them on tour. That's no excuse to perform that badly. And what he's not understanding is, okay, most of these kids won't be in the squad when the season starts. They won't be the first team squad. But you still have to motivate them, let them think they're that good. Before and after every game, he comes on and says, this is not his squad. These players are not going to be in the squad. So if you're a player like Gomez or Twanzebe who's playing, what motivation do you have to give your all? Just to be on tour? You know what I'm saying? What he should do is come on and say, yo, these players can fight to get into the team, the first team. So they have something to play for and look forward to. So most of these young players are just here because of players being missing because of the World Cup. So I don't care how depleted the squad is. At the end of the day, this is Manchester United. You shouldn't lose to your rival regardless of World Cup, injuries, nothing, 4-1. Losing is one thing, it's how you lose. So I don't think that's a fair excuse. It's just another one on the list of many excuses he has.
So look, I agree there shouldn't be any excuses, right? But when I looked at the game today, right, it reminded me of playing FIFA. You know, when you just start out FIFA Ultimate Team, where they give you a set of players, a squad, 4 gold players, like 4 silver players, and everybody else bronze level player. And then the person who's been playing before you, they have a team from back to front, reserve, everything, all gold players. That's what I felt like. And him being honest and saying, you know, these players aren't gonna play. It's just him being honest. Is he the best manager out there? No, he's not. But he's being honest, and I'm quite frankly all right with that. But I think some of these players could come back from their World Cup breaks sooner. You know what I mean? I know Rashford is coming back sooner and Phil Jones. But I mean, like, with the exception of like Paul Pogba or people who had a deep run in the World Cup and played 80, 90 minutes a game, how many of the Man U players that win? Maybe Ashley Young too could stay a little bit. But most of those players, no, they could come back. And I know the injury list is long. So I think it's unfair for Mourhino to be given a task as to play against Liverpool, AC Milan, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, with a bunch of academy youngsters who aren't ready yet. They're
Well, that I agree with. A lot of these players can come back early. There's no reason why Fellaini could not be back early. He started what, 2 games in the World Cup, 3 games. You can come back. Phil Jones started 1 game. He should have been there. Rashford started 1 or 2 games. He should have been there. So understand that your body needs rest and stuff like that. But these guys are professionals. You know what I mean? So you can cut your your holiday a week short, 10 days short, just to come back to help the team. Because yes, every team has injuries. Every team has players missing. Look at PSG. I think it's like 90% of their team played in the World Cup, or 85%. They lost to Arsenal 5-1 yesterday. But my thing with Mourhino is, okay, you're being honest, but sometimes you don't have to be so honest. And it's like, we live in a media age, so everything you say about a player or a person, they're going to hear back. So you have to know how to motivate your players, even if they won't be with you long term. So yes, it's not our strongest squad, but at the end of the day, you're a coach. Coach them to perform at their highest level. Because I feel like even with the academy players today, we did not play at our highest level. So it doesn't matter. Like, you have to still go out there, coach them, still have a game plan, and have them play their best game. When you look at Man U playing, there's just no desire. You can see that these players are not even playing to really break into the team, because they know there's no chance of them getting in the team. The only person to me right now preseason is benefiting and help him is Pierre, because he's showing that he deserves a chance and he's a good player and he can get better and improve more. So for him, it's very important, and you can see how he's playing. He's really trying to make an effort to show what he's capable of. For everybody else, it's like holidays, So it's like, I don't know. He has good points. He just need to find a different way to make those points.
Well, on so many levels, I have to disagree with you. Right? Now, let's compare Sir Alex Ferguson and Mourhino, right? Sir Alex Ferguson took Man U from when Man U was basically unknown. I mean, we're unknown. We're like a lower mid-table club. He built the club up, right? And he motivated players. He created several batches of great players, right? Now, when I look at Sir Alex Ferguson, he's a good manager. He's an effective manager. He's a great motivator. And he's a leader. Now, when I look at Mourhino is not that, right? But Mourhino is still very good at his job. But this is how I view Mourhino. Mourhino is an effective manager. Not a good manager. Not a bad manager. An effective manager. And what do you mean? What do I mean by being an effective manager? That means he gets the job done. And part of his job is to pick the best players for games day in, week out. Right? Now, you can't put $5 gas in a car, expect to drive you all the way around the world and not run out. And basically what I mean by that is everybody has their limits, right? And if a player is not good enough, they're not good enough. And that's where I think Manchester United hierarchy is failing the team, the fans, and Mourhino by giving him this squad to go on tour. Yes, again, we're going back to the same thing. Players are tired from the World Cup. Players are injured. But they haven't made the signings that he wants. So why are we hitting him over the head? Oh, you need to get blood out of water from this guy, from the academy. Come on, look, think about what you're saying. Mourhino is an effective manager. If you give him the players that are good and have quality, you get your result. If you don't, he won't give you the result. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson could do. Sir Alex Ferguson is greater because he could make blood out of water. Mourhino can't. And with that, that's my final argument for tonight.
Well, I'm glad you made that last point that Sir Alex Ferguson would make blood out of water, because if you give Sir Alex Ferguson this Manchester United squad, when everyone comes back, he wins Premier League. The squad last year, even if he didn't win it, because Man City were so great, he would be challenging even more. Like, look at last season, and you're right about motivation. He can't motivate. We lost to the 3 teams that got promoted last year. Come on, really? Huddersfield, Newcastle, and the other one. So I'm not throwing a whole bunch of blame on him because it's pre-season. You know, like if we lose 4-1 to Liverpool, okay, it's pre-season. PSG just lost 5-1 to Arsenal. Arsenal not gonna come top 4. PSG gonna win their league. It's fine, but it's how we lose. It's how we look. And yes, it's academy players and stuff like that, but we can still look more organized, look more as a team. And if every day he comes and says, oh, we're not a team, and no, it's Manchester United, we're one. So it doesn't matter who's playing or where they're playing from, under 19, under 23, we're still one, we're Manchester United. When we go on tour, it's not Manchester United A team and the under 23s and under 19s. No, it's Manchester United. So your job is to, no matter who you have, put it together and be, how do I say it, competitive. So for me, I saw he made a statement that he gave the board a list of 5 players that he wanted, and so far he's only gotten 2, and that he's not sure if he'll get even 1 more. So on that, I believe him, because Manchester United and Ed Woodward, whoever is in charge of transfers, have this bad habit of being linked with players. When Real Madrid want to buy a player or Barcelona, you don't hear about it. All you hear is, oh, they're going to announce XYZ. We have to be linked. It's like, okay, because we're Manchester United, clubs will inflate the prices on us. That's true. But that's the same thing for any other rich club. So if Wolves are trying to buy a player for 5 million, if it's Manchester United, it's going to be 10 million. That's just how it is. That's the way it is. So I do believe that he's asked for more players, and I feel like it's a club not doing their part in getting these players. But at the end of the day, you have to work what you have. You know, like, that's just the way it is. I don't feel that every coach don't get every player they want. He's not the only coach going through this situation. Players not available, not getting the players you want. Look at Tottenham. Tottenham had more players in the World Cup than Manchester United. And almost most of Tottenham players were playing more games. Think about it. Vertonghen, Alderweireld, Trippier, all of these people. You're frustrated, and still find a way to motivate the players. If you know that, you give the club your list, they didn't make the transfers happen, then you're good. It's not your fault. It's not like they're telling you, hey, we can buy you players, and you're not wanting the players. You're asking for the players. So if it then blame the club, but stop knocking these players down. Like, he's always commenting on something. It's always negative. There's never a day you can watch a Manchester United press conference and it's something positive from this man. It's always negative. And people are just tired of it. Like, you want to be here, you're getting paid all this money, make it happen. But like I said, I don't put too much emphasis on preseason. So whether we lose every game on tour, whether Real Madrid beat us 6-0, it is what it is. All I'm saying is, be positive. Find a way to motivate the players. This is a big year for Manchester United and for Jose Mourhino. Pep Guardiola took over Man City the same time. And look how far Man City has come. You can see that Pep is improving players in the squad. Which player has Mourhino improved? So if you're not going to improve the players, you're not going to make the fans happy, you're not playing any kind of attractive football, you're complaining 24/7, then why are you there? That's all I'm saying. But we'll.